jungle, Trundle. This would be top lane VOLIBEAR very likely. You know, there's slight possibilities of flexing around, but that is what I'm expecting. And this feels much more all about Sven and his team fight damage, because it is a composition that's actually quite low on DPS, whereas Golden Guardians have, you know, many threats coming out here. It feels mostly about the Aphelios and protecting him, and they do have an incredible amount of peel, but it is a composition that if it falls behind a little bit, can be worrisome, you know, having enough damage to actually get things done. And Golden Guardians are going for this composition that can really kind of just pop up anywhere. You have TF ultimate plus the Nocturne ultimate, long range engage from the Ornn, and these ultimates can all get dropped to pick off anyone from Cloud9 who's looking to fight in the jungle, who's looking to fight in the side lane. And this does feel like a composition from Golden Guardians that is designed to scrap and to meet Cloud9 where they look to fight you, because any team that wants to have a chance against Cloud9 is going to have to be willing to take those fights. You cannot sit back and seed objectives, give up everything that Cloud9 wants to fight for, or they will just run you over.
Here, you know, so that is kind of how it works with the Aphelios. That will be another sort of piece to add some texture how these fights go. Sweeper used. Blabber steals 10 gold from Licorice. Not the worst thing ever, but it is money left on the table. But they're pushing in, and actually they might get the second. Unlikely they get it. It depends how much they're stopped. At least there is vision, but it does mean the jungle invade becomes a blue steal, and Blabber going to be ahead in the jungle.
You know, as that Nocturne, and this is something that Cloud9 is really good at kind of doing and peeling apart the win conditions of their opponents. You know, when we saw them go up against EG yesterday, we saw how heavily
that's Ghost Pop, though. Demonte, next gold card might force a flash. It's going to be up right now.
And we're getting to see Licorice show off some of that early trading on the VOLIBEAR. This is a very advantageous matchup for VOLIBEAR into that Ornn, and it becomes, you know, one of those games where, again, Blabber is going to have, you know, pushing topside that is going to allow him to get aggressive. But now, Closer's up here.
Level 2, 3 camps, easy stun Licorice. He's moving fast, but there's almost no way. Flash, man, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Closer could not find it. He flashed at the wrong time as Licorice got away. And give him the old school gauntlet thumbs up. That gank should have been better.
Yeah, but Closer was level 2. I don't even think he had his Fear Tether. He was level 2 when he went for that gank. He leveled up after one of those minions dying, so they needed perhaps a little bit more patience. And now Blabber going to try to make him pay on the bot side.
Flash follow, easy stun. The flash is late. The Q is going to land, and the kill comes through. Blabber is on the scoreboard, shows him how it's done. Had a 2-camp lead coming in. Gets the first blood in the bottom lane.
From the Ornn, that is where VOLIBEAR will really start to win out. So, you know, Haunter's got to be careful that when he goes for those trades, he has the ability to disengage afterwards and to make sure that it's not going to be a really extended trade where Licorice can get the best of it.
Ooh, the flash into the stun, the immediate follow through. Sven's ignited. He's going to run back and get that shield. The other shield comes up from Vulcan, but the true damage punch. Haymaker making some hay for Golden Guardians. Cash on demand. As Blabber comes down to the bottom lane, Licorice already here, TP coming back in. This is going to be quite the fight. A double stun for Huhi. FBI's in danger, but he's able to kite it back as Toasted Fate comes over, at least for some vision as well. A punch comes in, and that's going to be pretty solid. Good fight there. Golden Guardians comfortable in the bottom lane. Yep, half of the Rod of Ages done for Demonte, waiting for the Kavine. Cost money here as the pieces of Proto Belt are in inventory for Niski. Obviously, not as much gold as Twisted Fate. Here comes the instant ult going to try to dive. This one, stun comes over. TF from the top as well. The flash follow. And they ensure that 4 people are there to hit Blabber. No chance to answer. Lights out the entire time. Niski could not ult in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Blabber was thinking. You know, maybe thought that Niski would be able to get the ult out sooner and then that fight would look different. But let's be honest, the bot lane for Golden Guardians was closer to that fight. Closer was already there. You know TF has his ulti, and he was not in position to be interrupted by Niski. So that was a very poor fight to actually take from Blabber. And, you know, seeing some of those mistakes that can plague him at times. You know, he is a very, very consistent player overall, but he rarely sees a fight he doesn't like. Can plague him at times. You know, he is a very, very consistent player overall, but he rarely sees a fight he doesn't like. And Trundle doesn't necessarily have the most ability to outplay in a lot of these situations, like sometimes he can on other champs.
Well, this is interesting. This is something that you were talking about. We were talking about Cloud9 before this game started, and you were saying, you know, teams can't really expect to challenge Cloud9 if they're not willing to play aggressively. It's not a team where you can really sit back and expect to win a more defensive game style. And this is a very aggressive early game out of Golden Guardians. Hauntzer, of course, doing his best to hold up. This matchup seems very VOLIBEAR favored, so okay, sure, you're down some CS. That's just kind of the way this works. But the rest of the table, you know, a lot of pressure in the bottom lane. We've seen the bot lane get in on a couple of kills here, both on the opposing bot lane and the opposing jungler. Demonte is doing really well in farm. We saw the early 1v1 that Nissi kind of opted into. This is looking quite good for Golden Guardians.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, they've drafted the tools to make these fights happen, and you know they have been able to execute on it. So far, so good for them. You know, yes, Closer did get put pretty far behind, and kind of an unfortunate early game. You know, losing his blue buff. You know, not making that gank happen because he was down a level, somewhat as a result. But he has caught right back up, essentially in the farm. You know, gets that kill executed on his first ultimate, which is always very, very important as Nocturne. You know, usually your kind of ideal Nocturne game is pretty much AFK farming until your ult is up and then getting a kill and rinsing and repeating. So being able to get that early kill under his belt, yes, he didn't get the killing blow, but who cares? And he has the warrior completed. He has the Nocturne ult up and ready to go again. So I want to see them continuing to look for these fights. You know, don't sit back, don't be passive. Every time TF ult is up, every time Nocturne ult is up, you've got to go at Cloud9.
Well, they're going at it right now. The fight right there. Blabber was next to the lane, and it still didn't matter. Vulcan had to walk away from that one. Nocturne was up, kill comes through.
Yeah, you love to see it. This is exactly what Golden Guardians needs to do. And now popping the Ghost here, trying to chase down Niski.
Legitimately could be more. He had the Ghost on. It finally times out. Niski does some nice plays here. Demonte gets chunked, gets a stun, and says, all right, I guess I'm walking away. His jungler support on the other side, and Licorice had priority on the Volibear.
Yeah, and at the very least, he actually prevented any possibility of Galio ulting top. Because remember, Volibear had the push, and you can turn off that tower, so they could have looked for a kill, but now it is Huhi engaging and TF coming in.
This time the Galio can show, but is it going to be enough? Demonte's forced to run back with his Venons. Vulcan going to find themselves a stun. Niski's on top. Blabber's there as well. That's fine. They're going to make sure the kill goes over. They donate it to Sven. A good play here. Nice chunk of damage, good kill, and Cloud9 are going to get more. Plates are up. Herald is summoned, and if they spend any effort at all, that is the entire turret down to the bottom lane.
Yeah, Golden Guardians have got to leave. You stay around here, you're just going to die.
Wow, they want a lot. Huhi finds a stun. They nearly get the kill. They get Blabber. You've got to be kidding me. Zen gets one back, though, and it's going to be Niski. Forced to stopwatch. Can they get the rest? Closer into melee range. Protobelt comes up, finds a knockup. Does he find the trade? It's not going to be all that they wanted. The turret is turned off. Here comes Volibear, and Licorice gets that one. Hauntzer left alone, stunned up, can't find much more. The overall kill difference remains just the one, but what a fight. What a bloodbath down to the bottom lane.
Yeah, this one going very heavily in Cloud9's favor. I think Golden Guardians staying around way too long, you know, really wanting to defend that first turret, trying to force it, trying to make it happen, but not quite having enough to do so. The other thing I really want to reinforce is that Golden Guardians has been playing, you know, these early minutes really well, and one play going wrong doesn't mean you should stop all plays, right? You need to continue going at them. You need to continue executing on this Nocturne TF engage, and if you don't do that, you are going to slowly just lose the game to Cloud9, who plays the map so damn well. So Golden Guardians hopefully are not dissuaded by one thing going wrong here and will continue to play aggressive, will continue to be proactive. Right now it is a trade of that Rift Herald for some damage down on that bottom turret. We'll see if Demonte can actually knock that down or not. It looks like he has it quite low.
Yeah, finishing off the wave right there on the mini-map. Going to go right back up. No one is in position to defend this turret, so it will be bot lane outer traded for the Herald. Generally speaking, I would say that is positive to Golden Guardians. And now a fight in the top side. Nocturne shown up as well. Doesn't get stunned because the ulti was timed so well, and that means no follow-through. Licorice survives the 1v2, weathering that Nocturne gank.
It is at least a flash forced on him, you know, so they get out the ult for ults, and they do force a flash, so not that bad, but obviously not what they were hoping for. And with that Nocturne ultimate down, Cloud9 has no fears to walk up, drop the Herald, take this mid lane tier 1, and unless multiple members show up, they are going to escort it in. They are going to get that second charge off and some more turret damage down. You can see Niski pushing up bot lane, feeling relatively safe as well, since the Nocturne ultimate has already been expended.
What a timing to lose Flash right now. Third Drake of the game spawning up. Cloud's map is what it's going to be. Cloud Soul eventually. Drake just split 1-to-1 so far. Cloud9, of course, with control. And Huhi about to be in a lot of danger. Was walking over his own control ward, but now in a bit of a fight. Here comes the punch. Here comes the re-engage. Will this battle go well? They're looking to kill off the backline, and they will do so. The Globals come across and the kill of Felios. Now how about the other half of it, because Haunter is going to have to run backwards, and here comes VOLIBEAR. Licorice takes a bite out of Twisted Fate, and now it's going to be the re-engage. A big stun for Huhi, but no way out. 3-1 in this fight so far, and the chase down on the Haunter. They're going to find that stun, and they're going to get themselves a kill onto Ornn. 4-1 on a team fight that killed the Aphelios, but the follow-up damage still there for Cloud9.
They could just start it again and say, all right, this time you don't have ults, and that's exactly what they're going to do. I love the shot calling here. It's going to have to be Haunter running all the way up, because Haunter doesn't even have his teleport, so I think they're just going to get this straight up with no ults and no TP.
Well, they're going to do their very best. 6,000 health left on Baron. 4v5. FBI a bit low on mana. Lowers his damage output. Closer over the wall. The flash follow for Licorice has kite him down. Here comes a dive inside the pit. Big damage. Licorice has already knocked down the jungler. The re-engage could be good. Demonte is slowed. He'll be rooted in a second. They've almost killed Niski. The Baron can't quite finish it off as Sven takes down the opposing mid laner. So, now we have Haunter. It is 3 versus 5. Health bar is a bit low. Niski can finish his recall and teleport right back to the pit. Blabber stuck inside, taking some decent damage. Licorice CC'd up. Can they get the damage to kill VOLIBEAR as he heals and gets the shield yet again? Over the wall they go. They can't find the Ornhorn. He's CC chained, and Haunter can do nothing. So now it is 2 versus 5, and FBI is out of mana. It's a bad feeling. Blabber to be able to keep hitting this one up, looking for the poke, but FBI barely has spells left. Nissi can zone out the squad. He's got way too much health to ever die here. He's going to push back FBI. Who he finds a stun, that doesn't matter. Baron Nashor goes down, and so does the Golden Guardian support, as Cloud9 have a 5,000 gold lead in 24 minutes.
But that is soul, and it's not just about, you know, that big burst of speed when you pop the ulti, as Nissi's just going to keep chasing here.
He walked into 3 people, and he's like, yeah, this is fine. I'll take the 1v2. I'm going to kill Closer by myself, no matter what else is happening. TP comes down for the top laner. Closer is about to be solo killed. Here's Licorice right on top of him. And it's like, yep, you got me. Just burn Destiny, teleport away. And you know what? Here's Baron, right? We lost our jungler. We showed you that our mid laner TP'd away. It's yours. Go have fun.
Yep, they're going to get everything. Cloud9 just unable to be contested across the map here. They have the soul. They have the Baron buff now. 10% flat move speed is so nice for a lot of these champions. Yep, looking pretty good there. It was actually pretty clever. You could see Haunter was trying to run away from Blabber, who wanted to ult him. He actually searing charged away, and Blabber just barely got in range to actually get that big heal ultimate off of the tank to regen a lot of the health. And Sven is getting poked. You have to credit FBI here. Has been really on point with the Mystic shots, hitting a lot of those to dissuade Cloud9 from fully committing to this, but now Licorice pushing in mid lane. He can threaten that mid lane inhibitor. They are diving.
Ooh, he's quick. The ults come down. They're on the turret, but the turret's now gone. Here comes the fight. Big stun to Huhi. How about round 2? Is it going to be enough? VOLIBEAR in the back line. There's a knockup blocked away, and it's Demonte forced to run back. A nice taunt in the back line. FBI's got to be in danger as Closer drops, and Haunter is going to be the next one to die. The front line is gone, and Demonte's next up. 3 auto attacks kill him off. FBI is slowed. The chase through, it's going to be enough. A double kill, and then a shutdown in for the jungler as well. Cloud9 going to complete the aces. Who he tries to run back to the fountain. He might just live, but he won't. The ace comes through, and Cloud9 start exactly how we expected. A 4-0 run in the first 2 weeks of the LCS 2020 summer split.